Hi, and welcome to Simply Happy Conversations. I'm Narelle King, and in this Simply Happy Conversation, I'm talking with Sandy, a Queensland-based formulator and founder of the award-winning Happy Pause Balm, a treatment for intimate dryness. Sandy shares her story from semi-retirement and her allergic reaction to developing Happy Pause Balm. She also shares details of Happy Pause's formulation and the production process, and also menopause tips to help you stay connected to yourself. This conversation is a video recording that you can watch on YouTube. Let's jump into this Simply Happy guest conversation. Welcome to Simply Happy Conversations. I'm Narelle King, wellness and organisational coach and yin and nidra yoga instructor. This podcast will help you create more time using organisational strategies so that you can start to simplify your life and prioritise your health. I'll be sharing conversations with other health and organisational experts and solo episodes with tips to help you simplify your life and prioritise your health. So today on Simply Happy Conversation, I have Sandy from Happy Pause, and Happy Pause is a product. She's based in Queensland, and it's for a balm treatment for intimate dryness. So welcome, Sandy. It's so lovely to have you.
Oh, thanks for having me on, Narelle. I've been so excited to join in with you. I'm looking forward to this today.
Oh, it's been a while. So it's great that I'm finally recording again and we can catch up and hear all about Happy Pause and how it came about. But let's start with, you live in one of the most beautiful parts of Australia. So tell us about the things you like to do.
Yeah, well, I am up on Eastern Kuku country on the absolute edge of paradise. I'm right on the edge of the Daintree rainforest where it cusps with the Coral Sea. And having grown up in Kansas, just completely landlocked, I never expected to have this tropical life. So every day I say I pinch myself, but it's not luck because we make our own luck. But I just love our life that we've built in paradise. I just wouldn't have it any other way.
So what brought you to Australia then?
So I came to Australia to study and do graduate study. I was a Rotary Fellow. So as a Rotary Scholar, I came as an international ambassador of goodwill and studied social justice and social policy down in Sydney at the University of New South Wales.
Oh, right. And then slowly made your way up to Queensland.
Yeah, made my way. Actually, back in Kansas, I had a bumper sticker that said, "A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle." And I was never letting love and life get in the way of all of my academic dreams. Like I thought I wasn't even going to think about a relationship till I was 35, and then met my soulmate. The world stopped spinning when our eyes met and all the rest. And we just had to find a way to make it work with all of our other goals.
Oh, that's beautiful. So how long have you been in North Queensland for then?
So we've been up here about 15 years. Okay. We raised our kids in Hervey Bay and had an adventure business on Fraser Island down in southeast Queensland, and then came up here once they were settled and happy into their adult groove.
So you sound like you've had businesses all throughout your life.
Yeah, not by choice, though, in my 20s. It was by accident. I was a teacher.
Oh, okay.
And my husband had dipped his toe into adventure tourism, and the business just got busier and busier. And I just migrated further and further towards business and a slower or lesser teaching table. And then just found out that I actually love that thrive of entrepreneurship.
Yeah, beautiful. So then tell us how Happy Pause came about.
Desperation. I was so happy in our semi-retirement bliss. We were both up here just working part-time, sharing our business knowledge with others, and just enjoying that slow pace of semi-retirement. And perimenopause hit in my late 40s. And I didn't know that perimenopause was a thing. I just knew menopause. And we always think menopause is something so much later in life. And suddenly I was having dryness. I was having flooding events, which are when your periods are intermittent and then they're so heavy when they come back. And having to use so many more tampons actually led to me realizing that I had dryness, which 70% of us face, but it's so taboo that we never speak about it. And then even worse than that, we never, ever seek treatment for it. So I ended up having a GP that just really didn't get it and thought that dryness was only about sex and intimacy. And then there weren't any natural solutions. And when I couldn't find anything even from all over the world, I formulated Happy Pause. I went back to my science roots, and my chemistry teacher from high school is actually so proud. It's so lovely. So anyone that's a teacher out there, if you have a kid that you think has potential, don't worry. Sometimes they won't even flower with that particular potential, like my science potential, until they're in their 50s. It's all right. They'll get their groove on.
Oh, that's amazing. That's such a beautiful, I love that you have come back to it, because it's so funny. I had a little boy I was working with, and he'd memorized the chemistry table the other day. And I was like, and then all of a sudden it came back to me. I was like, wow, I did year 11 and 12 chemistry at school. And so I started reeling off some of the, the minerals and stuff to him, and he could memorize it. But I was like, I have not brought that back into my life yet. So maybe in my 50s, it might be something that I'll touch into as well. You never know.
You absolutely never know. And that's, I guess, one of the things that kind of goes hand in hand with my formulating Happy Pause and becoming an unexpected menopause advocate, because I had no idea there was still so much stigma out there about the menopause conversation. But it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's chemistry or a book or a business stream or a trip maybe to go and help others. It's never too late, no matter what it is. Like whatever dreams we've got brewing there, it's never too late. Look at me. I formulated Happy Pause in my 50s and came out of semi-retirement to do it. It wasn't part of the plan.
I love that, because that's really inspirational to people as well, that maybe it's later in life that you decide that you're going to do something and you're open to it. So it's, So some of those things that you've had through the business have probably really helped you with Happy Pause.
They did and they didn't, because it's interesting. Like we had over a decade of a break from business, and things have changed so much even in that decade. So many of the foundations for business success, I guess, remain the same and constant, but you still have to be so adaptable and so willing and so open to change, because like the digital platform has changed so much. Even just standard billing has changed so much. So you have to still be willing to be fluid and understand the changes and roll with them.
Yeah. So then whereabouts is it formulated?
Yeah, so I did the formulation, and our primary ingredient is coconut oil, but you actually need more than just coconut oil for moisturizing our vulva and vagina, because it needs to have longevity. So there's a few other emollients added in just to give it that all day relief or all night relief. But it's Australian made, and our primary ingredient, the coconut oil, is a CSIRO initiative project in the Solomon Islands.
Oh, wow.
And the coconuts are literally down from the tree and within 2 hours processed with this direct micro expelling process, and no chemicals, no elongated drying. It is amazing. It's just, I love my base ingredient, because I feel like it's the best of the coconut oil you can get in the world. And it's organic, and it's just got so much good energy behind it with the CSIRO. But yeah, so founded right here in Australia, and we actually bottle in far north Queensland, and bottle with happiness. Like seriously, batching days are the best. And when we do a run of 600 bottles at a time. It's just absolute bliss, because we just pack it with good energy as well as the soothing goodness.
Yeah, beautiful. And so I'm obviously down here in Geelong in Victoria. It's a lot colder, and even like my coconut oil, just in my cupboard, never really goes runny unless it's a really, really hot day. So does Happy Pause in the hotter climates, does it still stay like it does down here in Victoria? Like mine's like solid. Is that what it's like in Queensland as well?
Yeah, it still stays solid. It does go a bit soft above 35 degrees,
okay,
but still stays solid. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a beautiful texture to it, and like just subtle smell. It's not overpowering at all. Like because some people will say coconut oil, I don't like the smell of coconut oils. It doesn't smell like overpowering coconut oil. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that was part of my intention, I guess, was to make sure that it was low fragrance and completely friendly for sensitive skin. So not only vegan, but also just for sensitive skin too, because part of what I discovered in moving to the tropics is my skin became so much more sensitive. And that's part of that is the hormonal changes too with perimenopause. But everything made my skin inflame. So I wanted something that was just so gentle. And I hate this trend of adding so many scents to anything for our vagina or vulva, because it kind of sends a subliminal message that we naturally, as we are, aren't enough. And I hate those messages of not enough, whether it's body size, whether it's minnow belly, whether it is just loving our vulva and vagina. Like, we are enough as we are. And I think when we start with loving that core, I know it's always a little bit controversial to talk about our vulva and vagina, but we have to, because if we don't love those bits, we don't love all the rest of us. Like, there is something that starts there in that core that is just like a big, beautiful hug.
And how do you find, so this is just something I listened to yesterday, and I heard that, you know, the regulations in Australia now, you can't talk about sunscreens and you can't talk about brands and brands that you're using. Is it the same though? Is this okay to be talking? Like, you know, can you show it on social media and talk about it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. However, when I first started, like I said earlier about, you know, having to be fluid and understand how business changes, I managed to you can't really say vagina or vulva on social media, but you can absolutely talk about intimate moisturizing.
Right.
So I stopped using all of those words, despite the fact that we have so many advocates in this space saying if we don't use the proper gynecological terms, we are not going to grow forward. And I totally get that. And I love like what the Victorian Women's Trust is doing to try to get us to use those terms appropriately. But on social media, you can't. So I made sure I didn't. And then I went and did my very first huge social media collaboration with My Chili Towel with Tara Locke. And she does this amazing towel to help with radiation and with women going through breast cancer. And I used the word breast in the collaboration, didn't I? I got banned from social media ads for 12 months because I'd violated community standards.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Interesting. That's because I did look through your social media and notice the intimate dryness that you use, the wording. And I was just like, I wonder if there are, you know, because I don't usually talk about vaginas in mine, so I've never been violated and had a ban put on me. Wondering whether it was deliberate or whether it was due to regulation. So that's really interesting. So I'm sure podcasts are fine. So
absolutely,
as long as we don't swear. So tell us then what you love so much about Happy Pause.
Simply that it just feels so good. And quite often I find like we all kind of want to shirk back and say, oh, I don't have dryness. Oh, there's nothing wrong with me down there, because we still feel like it's a stigma or a negative thing if we say we have dryness. But it's natural, and it is a very natural process as we go from perimenopause to postmenopause. And yet, if we moisturize, not just for sex and intercourse, but if we moisturize every day and just putting a little drop of moisturizer onto our vulva and vagina, as just the same as we moisturize and sunscreen and do all of our daily beauty rituals. Oh my goodness, we feel so much better as we walk out the door. And the same thing at night. Then it only takes a few seconds. And yet it just takes us to a place where we know that we're okay. And we know that we are giving ourselves all the self-love that we need to feel good and feel our best. And I don't know, I never mean it in a trite way when I say if we feel good down there, we feel good everywhere. It's a great starting place.
Well, and it's just something extra. It's not like adding an extra thing into your life, as in a new tour, because it's adding to a habit you already do. You cleanse your face, you brush your teeth at night. Why not add one more little tiny step in there as well that's going to make you feel good?
Yeah, absolutely. You do all those other things, and then you just grab a Pearl Happy Pause, slap it on, and bliss.
I love that too, the pearl on the little stick. So then, have you got some top tips around menopause and helping women? Because obviously there's so much out there, and there's so much about perimenopause, but have you got some top tips around getting through that stage?
My biggest top tip is find a GP that you trust, that understands peri and postmenopause, that will give you the advice that you need. The second one is that each of our journeys is unique. HRT doesn't suit all of us, but it might be the magic thing for you. But there are so many natural alternatives out there as well. You can find what you need, but you've got to come back to listening to your body and then making it your own journey. And the other thing I think with with menopause, I mean, right now, is you don't have to spend extra income that you don't have on supplements or diet plans. You don't have to spend the earth to find your path to wellness during menopause. So I think just take that time to be and just listen to your own body. Our body always tells us, and our intuition always tells us what we need. So yeah, listen to your soul and find your path through, because you will get there. If you're having flash anger or dryness or the hormonal fluctuations, you're not going crazy. There are solutions, and you will get through, and you'll get through to the second spring that really is the best chapter of our lives.
I think it's about these conversations, isn't it? Having more conversations so that people are aware of it, or women are aware of it. And especially from a young age, it's not like just all of a sudden, because I think you talk about it in your book, like just getting there and go, what's this? I wasn't prepared. And I know for myself, it was the same. I had in my head, oh yeah, that'll be when I'm 50. And it was like, 40, I don't even know, 2 years ago during COVID, it was, 46. And I was like, what's going on? Oh my gosh, this must be part of perimenopause, which is when I, stumbled across some really great resources out there. But it's having these conversations that helps to sort of plant that seed, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I guess that's the thing too, is just know that like from any time onwards in your 40s, have perimenopause at the front of your mind. If your body is changing, your food cravings are changing, your weight is changing, have perimenopause in the front of your mind, because one of the other horrific things because we can often develop anxiety or new symptoms that weren't a part of our psyche before, and they can be perimenopause. So we don't always have to go down the road of antidepressants. We can sometimes have other opportunities like mindfulness or yoga.
Yes.
Yoga makes everything better, but I'm the biggest tragic. I wait until I need it to make me better.
Yes, a lot of people do. Yeah, so definitely. So do you have some resources that you would recommend people? I definitely actually is your book, because not only is it your story that you're telling, there's a whole collection of other women's stories, which is beautiful. And then have you got any other resources, though, that you recommend for in perimenopause for helping people?
Absolutely. So yeah, I totally recommend The Power to Rise Above as a read, because it just reminds you that you're not alone.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's so many different stories from midlife women that have just kicked it through peri and postmenopause. One of the other great resources is Sonia Lovell's podcast, Dear Menopause. Mm-hmm. She has some of the top menopause experts in Australia and across the globe on her podcast on a regular basis. And another podcast, Menopause Power, with Nat and Lise from On Your Own Health. And Dr. Louise Newsom in the UK has this amazing Haynes manual to menopause. And if you are going through peri and starting to struggle, that is the best book to have around for your family. And the other thing is just your own voice. Like, use your voice with your workmates and with your family and with your girlfriends. I think we don't talk about menopause enough with our girlfriends. I look back and realize all the things I was struggling with, no one was talking about, even when we'd go out for coffee. And yet, if we talk about it, we find other solutions that have worked for other people, and we just realize we're not alone, and we will find a way to get through it, and get through it well.
Yes, definitely. I definitely agree. Like I'm pretty open in sharing conversations that then has started other people to go, oh my gosh, I thought I was, the only person. And I think that's great when you can have a group or a couple of friends that you can share. And even if they're not going through it, just to be able to listen to you is great, isn't it? You don't feel so alone.
Exactly.
Yeah. So then how can people buy Happy Pause?
Yes. So buy Happy Pause direct from me at happypause.com.au. So Happy Pause is a play on menopause, because we want to make it our happy pause. You can also go to your chemist. And if it's not at your chemist, ask them or reach out to me, and I will get it stocked at your favorite chemist or Whole Food store within the next 10 days. Oh, so wow. We're growing. We're down at the Organic Lauder in Geelong.
Oh, are you? Fantastic.
So down in Victoria, we're down there. But yeah, if you want us in your chemist, just reach out, and we're growing at the moment, chemist by chemist by chemist. So come to me direct at the website, or I'll get it to your chemist or health food store.
Oh, that's great, because there's some great health food stores down this way that I'm sure would stock and love, Australian brands as well.
Yeah. It's just lovely to have I didn't realize that there was nothing really vegan out there. So it's lovely to have something vegan and natural and almost entirely organic, certified organic. We've got 0.002% that's not certified organic.
That is so great. And I have a list already that I'm going to send you of places down here who you should definitely reach out to. And anyone else who has some ideas should definitely reach out to you. How can people contact you? What's your website?
So the website, happypause.com.au. And I'm also pretty active on Insta. So happypause_menopause. Or find me at LinkedIn, Sandy Skelton Davies.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much, Sandy, for your time and for sharing all of your beautiful wisdom as well. And also, check out the book, but I'll put all those in the show notes anyway for everyone to go to.
Oh, awesome. Thanks so much, Narelle. And I promise the next time we speak, I'm going to be so much more zen because I'm going to get into some of your amazing yoga videos.
Thank you so much for joining me for today's Simply Happy conversation. If you enjoyed this episode, then I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a review. This helps others find it who are also looking for tips and organisational strategies to simplify their life and prioritise their health. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe so that you won't miss future episodes. You can also connect with me over at simplyhappy.com.au.